Folks, in this video, I'm going to get into restaurant and food stocks. I think there's a big rally coming our way, and I want you to get in on it ahead of the summer rush. And sentiment is changing. People are looking to go out. A lot of people are getting vaccinated. They're looking to go out and eat at restaurants. They're looking to buy takeout. The point is, restaurant going out sentiment is moving in the right direction. So let's get into this video and let me show you what I'm seeing. So what I just typically do is I look at sectors and I look at how many stocks are close to new highs. And I was looking at Starbucks, which is actually one of the stocks that I'm going to be talking about. But what I did was I went to this tab, and you can do this with other services. I'm just using bar charts because you could do this for free. It doesn't cost anything. So you go to the competitors tab under retail restaurants, right? And it was very interesting, as you will see in a second. So what I typically do is very simple. I don't do extensive analysis on this tab. What I do is I look at stocks at 52-week highs, and I look at the last price, and I look to see if there's a group or if several are close to that price or at that price. That means that sector is rallying. And what I did was I was looking at the 52-week highs for restaurants, and look at this. The very simply, 10-week 52-week high, $10.90, currently $9.50. Look at this one here, Chewy's, $49, 52-week high, it's at $46. Bloomin' Brands, 52-week high, currently at $29. Red Reuben hamburgers, tasty hamburgers, similar. BJ's, Ruth Hospitality, Ruth Chris Steakhouse, 27.32, 52-week high. It's currently at 26.38. The bottom line is a lot of restaurant stocks are at 52-week highs or near 52-week highs. So I've selected the best ones, in my opinion, to go through to show you that have the highest opportunity or probability of going higher throughout the summer months. So let's start with Heinz. Now, I like Heinz because the relative strength of the stock is just off the charts. The stock is looking really good. If you look at a one-year chart, you'll see it's at a higher high. If you look at a three-year chart, you'll see that the stock is actually coming back. It's actually rebounding from a much higher price level, which means the stock has substantial upside to go. On a two-year basis, it's still at an all-time high. So this is the highest price we've seen in almost 3 years right now, which is fairly significant. Closer term, you see that the stock is coming off of a sideways congestion. Usually, when stocks base like this without higher volatility, like we're seeing right here during the February period, they tend to consolidate, go sideways, and then they tend to break out. And I believe we're in that period right now, especially with very little overhead resistance in the short term. Fundamentally, Heinz is a very solid brand because that is the most widely used ketchup in restaurants. And it has given us 45% return per year over the last year. If you look at earnings estimates, you will see that earnings history has shown positive surprises right here, which is very good and typically yields to higher prices. Whenever earnings surprises are better, it tends to up the game a little bit and analysts start focusing on the stock. Most importantly, and this is what I was starting this video with, the sentiment is changing when it comes to restaurants. Now, people eat Heinz ketchup at home too, but when it comes to restaurants, the companies order by the bulk. And they either make their own ketchup or they brand Heinz's ketchup or they just buy Heinz. And as I said, Heinz is the #1 selling ketchup in the country. And with restaurants reopening, hamburger places, all of restaurants reopening, can you imagine the amount of ketchup that's being ordered right now? And remember, we're going through an inflationary period. So that may rise as well as a result. And typically food stocks tend to do well during inflationary periods because foods like tomatoes is a commodity. It's something people need. People are not going to stop eating ketchup because prices are going higher. The stock is looking really good. The price target, according to bar chart, is 47, the high price target. I actually have a price target of $50 per share on the stock, and I believe the price will be going there towards the next quarter, over the next quarter. So I would assume by midsummer, the price will rally higher because I think sentiment is changing and I think restaurant stocks are just heating up. On that note, I want to talk about Bloomin' Brands. Now, you may have never heard of Bloomin' Brands, but it's a Russell 2000 stock. The market cap is only about $2.7 billion. which means it has a lot of upside to go. While you might have not heard of Bloomin' Brands, I know you've heard of the restaurants that are part of that umbrella. For example, Bonefish Grill, love that place. Fleming's Steakhouse, love that place. How about Carrabba's? My in-laws love that place. And Outback, I order from Outback like every week. So and Roy's, I go there with my wife. We went there a few times during Valentine's Day. So the stock is up 225%. I'm a big consumer of this brand. I like pretty much everything they come up with. The stock, as you will see in a second, is trading near 52-week highs, and I believe this is an all-time high for this stock. Yes, it is. So expect a little pullback maybe to the $27, $28 level, but I believe the stock will go higher, substantially higher over the course of the summer. If you look at the earnings estimates for the stock, you will see that it's got earnings estimates that are substantially higher, and it's got earnings surprises that are substantially higher. And this target of 37.50 is actually a pretty good target. I'm looking at a target of about 35 over the next quarter, but I like this stock, and if it does go to 37.50, it could. It doesn't have any overhead resistance, not support, which means it doesn't have anybody at a higher price than it is near the 52-week high, which is at $32.81. And the stock, Bloomin', is currently trading near 30. So we're only about $1, less than $2 away, less than 10% from all-time highs. I like the stock a lot. And last but not least, Starbucks. I'm not going to have to give you a big introduction on Starbucks because there's a Starbucks almost on every corner. But I don't know if you've noticed, but the lines in Starbucks have been getting really, really long. Starbucks tends to rally during summer months. The earnings estimates on the stock, expectations and surprises, better than expected. There's currently a price target of 135. I'm going as high as 125 over the course of next quarter. And if you look at Starbucks technically, it's looking really, really good. And obviously Starbucks is a big hit in the summer months and in the winter months because they switched to iced teas in the summer, and then people still drink their coffees. I'm not a coffee drinker, I'm a tea drinker. But the bottom line is I like Starbucks. I like the fact that volatility is moving lower. I like the fact that it was able to survive during the COVID lockdown. And right now, people are looking to travel. They're looking to go out. They're looking to travel around the country, go to Caribbean. Caribbean just lifted their COVID vaccination where you needed to have a very advanced test to go there. They just did away with that. The bottom line is people are getting ready to travel this summer, and Starbucks, Bloomin', and Heinz are definitely the places that you want to be. Hope that helps. Folks, I can't believe he just did this. President Joe Biden might have unintentionally triggered one of the largest stock market spikes we've had in decades. And I'm certain it could send this one stock skyrocketing. In other words, we have a chance to get in and out on some massive and extremely explosive stocks within the next 6 months. And I'm showing everyday traders like you where I'll be moving my money for what I predict to be one of the hottest summers yet. But I'm only letting a few people access this. So be sure to click on the link below now to see my #1 stock that could soar to triple-digit returns. And make sure to like this video. Subscribe to this channel if you're watching it on YouTube. You've got to stay ahead of the market by being the first to be notified when we post new videos.